the market. Please let me know if you can hear me properly because I have been speaking for some minutes. Fortunately. Hello, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are we doing today? It's another beautiful day to be here. I believe you guys are glad to be here, right? Um, you know, it's been a while. I've actually been in call to talk to you guys. A few days now. I have allowed our beautiful and handsome coaches do all of those because I believe you guys need to have a vast exposure to how you see the market is. You guys need to understand that there is no one one size fits all into the market. Yes, there is only different people with different perspectives and different concepts in the market, and that's basically one of the major things I have been big on recently. Yes, I've tried my best to make sure one who you guys are exposed to, and I'm happy about that. You guys have been seeing other faces, and you guys have been seeing different concepts. Yeah, me very well. You get resonate with another coach much better. Not yet. I believe it's been great so far. I believe I can certifiably say um, you guys have been getting the value of what you paid for, right? Um, really great. It's really great. It's really great to be here. I'm not even gonna lie. It's really great to be here. In a minute or so, Coach Jacob will join. All right. Good evening once again. Good evening once again. It seems that my network threw me off, unfortunately. Yes. That being said, have been saying basically yes that if you've been attending classes regularly and been showing up to classes, you should do with for a fact know that what you've been what gaining value from the classes, from the coaches and whatnot. I don't dispute the actual seeing questions and questions being asked and whatnot, and I love everything going on. Actually, yes, then I improve. Yes, out in particular what you're really coming to the person. Why we are drop on the WhatsApp? He did that. Go drop your life. Let's go drop your. Let's proceed. Go drop your life. All right. Yeah, my network is bad, guys. Please permit me. Okay, really, really, very, it's very, very. My network is very, very, very bad. but I mean, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see how it goes. I believe Coach Jekin is in the studio and she can take over from now. Coach Jekin, can you hear us properly, please? Coach Jekin, can you hear us properly? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me properly. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me properly. Can you hear me properly, Coach Jekin? All right. So I believe earlier today we spoke about support and resistance and project, and I believe you said they're basically identified as what ceilings and floors, basically, yes. And we and basically that was what we touched on this morning. All right, Coach Jekin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Uh, yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. We
Oh,
can hear
okay.
you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Please, the floor is
Yeah.
yours. You can enjoy yourself. I need to join on that meeting right now, please.
All
Yeah,
right, no
thank you.
problem. All right. Hi guys, please if you can hear me, please drop a emoji or anything on the comment section. Let me know that I'm not talking to myself alone. I'll open this my camera first. If you can hear me, just drop a comment on the comment section. Let me know I'm not talking to myself alone, please. Okay. Earlier today, no comment. You guys are not active. You guys are making me. Earlier today, we spoke about support and resistance, right? And I just want to do recap so that for those people that did not attend morning class, right? Because we had to cut the class short because of I couldn't share my screen. That was how I had to end the class on time. So we spoke about support and resistance, and then somebody made an illustration that support is the floor and resistance is the ceiling, right? Which is the explanation that we're working with. So support, I'm just trying to like recap, do a little bit recap before we go to the chat because that's exactly why we are here to be able to map out our support zones, our major support zones, and our minor support zones and resistance zone also. So I'm just doing a recap. So we say support is that is a line or is a level that price once price get to price start pushing up, right? Is a level that once if you sell like if for instance now the candle is just selling straight up, once it comes to that level we're expecting price to push up. So it's like the floor, right? It's a floor where we're expecting price to tap in and push up, and resistance is the ceiling that we're expecting price to tap in and start selling from. Support, we are expected to buy from support and sell from resistance. Do you guys understand? Did I paint the picture well? We're expected to buy any price, be it gold, EURUSD, derived pairs, synthetic, whatever you trade. We're expecting support and resistance just simply means that once you hear support, you know that okay, this is a level that we're expecting to buy from, and resistance is the level that we're expecting to sell from. We we already know that there are only two ways to make money trading, right? It's either you're buying or you are selling, right? And then we also know that we have three trend. We have the bullish, we have the bearish, and we have the ranging. But even in that ranging, market is doing what? Market is either buying or selling. The ranging is market is buying and selling, buying and selling. That's why it's called ranging. So we only have two things, which is buy or sell. Sure you understand? So now let me share my screen now. You guys are not even talking to me, so I don't even know whether you guys are hearing me. Wow. But let me share my screen. Okay, this USDJPY. This USDJPY, let me start with the monthly time frame so we can map out our resistance zone well from the monthly time frame. What did I say is the resistance zone? I said it's a zone where we're expecting price to tap in and start selling from, and its support zone is a zone where we're expecting price to tap in and start buying from. So, and I also said something this morning. I don't know if you guys, I can't really see what is going on there, but I just hope you guys can see my screen. Let me see what's going on there first. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, yes, you guys can see my screen. Perfect. So, yeah, let me go back. Now, how do we map out? Since we know the definition of support, we know the definition of resistance. How do we map out a support level and how do we map out a resistance level? This is USDJPY. This is going to be an interactive class. First of all, let me know if you guys even understand anything about the chart. What's the current, this monthly time frame? What's the trend of this pair right now? Let me know. What's the trend of this pair right now? What's the trend of, look at the chart now. Tell me which trend is that? Is it a bullish? Is it a bearish? Is it a ranging? Let me know if you guys even understand. It's a bullish trend, right? Okay. Okay, you guys understand, right? It's a bullish trend. Now let me map out my resistance zone, right? Resistance zone is a zone where we're expecting price to tap in. Most times it might be another block that has been mitigated twice. Is a level. Is it can either be another block or it can be a breaker block. It can be any other blocks. I don't know if you guys have been taught other block and the rest, right? But resistance is just a level that price has reacted off from. That we will see that okay, when price is coming there, price is expecting to sell. Anytime it get close by, it will sell. Anytime it gets close by, it will sell. This is a monthly time frame. So you can see that overall now, you can see that this zone, right, price has reacted of it. Let's say for instance this is a monthly time frame order block, right? Price has reacted of it. This is the first reaction, and then we can see this second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth reaction. So this is a resistance. This is a monthly time frame resistance zone, right? I don't know if you guys can understand me, but I'm just trying my best here. And then I'm going to map out my support level, my monthly time support level. I'm just trying to show you guys the different type of resistance and support we have in the chart, right? I'm not saying you should wait for it to get to your monthly time frame. Please follow me. I'm trying to map out now my support level now. This should be the area of my support level, right? Price has reacted of this zone. This is the monthly time frame. There's what we call I don't know anyway, sha. Support zone and then resistance zone. For you to, let me go back to you guys. Let me go back to you guys. For you to understand how to analyze the market, right? I'm not trying to bridge in on anything you guys have been taught, but just know that you always have to start with the higher time frame. Preferable start with the monthly time frame so you can know the overall directional bias of the chart that you're about to analyze, right? You start with the monthly time frame, then you, from the monthly time frame you can go to the weekly time frame, then to the daily time frame, then to the 4 hours time frame, and so on and so forth till you get to your time of execution, right? This I'm just trying to make this clear. Is this a common knowledge that when you want to analyze, you have to start with the monthly time frame? Not because you're starting with the monthly time frame to get the setup from the monthly time frame, no, but to see the directional bias of the pair that you want to trade, to know the directional bias, because there's what we call directional bias and there's what we call counter bias. Counter bias is when you know something is clearly bullish and you're trying to catch sales. That's the counter trend, right? Then directional bias we have is either it's being bullish or it is being bearish, right? So you what the essence of me going to my multi time frame is to know the directional bias of this particular pair. Mind you, we're not doing anything much today than support and resistance. So I'm going to use support and resistance to analyze this pair. Yes, you can trade with support and resistance and make good money from support and resistance alone. All right. So this is my key zone. This is my key support zone for this is my key support zone and this is my key resistance zone on the what monthly time frame. Now I have to map out because this support zone is like is really far. We're not expecting price to come back to tap on this zone. So I have to now refine to the weekly time frame, to the daily time frame, to the 4 hours time frame to get a setup to see if we're going to see a setup that we can actually trade, and then break it down how to know your key support and your minor support, right? You can use it key support or major support and then your minor support. Remember, minor support or some minor resistance is where we're expecting to take short buys, short sells, right? Short buys for support, short sells for resistance. While the major ones is where we're expecting, like when you get a major support zone or a major resistance zone, you're just expecting to take a long buy, a swing buy, right? You can just swing it and make good amounts of money. That does not mean that minor support will not give you good amount of money. It will. Sure, you understand? Just depending on your risk to reward and your trade in general, or your trade management in general. So now let's go to the weekly time frame. Okay, I thought we just map out. Where is one we map out now? Oh, let me start afresh. Sorry, I'm not going to explain this side. I'm just going to. I'm naming it so that you can understand it very well and then key support, right? So what we're expecting to do is once price get to this zone, once price get to from this zone to this zone, we take a buy and then shey you get that just support and resistance. You're expecting to take a buy from this zone and take a sell from this zone. But mind you, that does not mean that price does not break a support or break a resistance. If okay, let me not go too far so I don't confuse you guys. Now this is the key support and this is the key resistance zone, right? So now we cannot find a minor resistance zone obviously because price is currently at the key resistance zone, right? At any moment from now we should be expecting sales on USDJPY. But let's say we want to, this is the perfect level to actually buy from. Let's say we want to just take a short buy. I'm just trying to explain what a minor support is, which is really really not okay. I don't think there's minor support. Let me see on daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame, nothing. There's no minor support here. So we just have these two levels, right? Where we have the sell zone and then the buy zone. Now let me give you illustration. If price breaks, if price comes down like this now price currently at our resistance area. Let me see whether you guys can see me. Okay, all right. Price is currently at our resistance area, so at any moment we should be expecting sell. What me I will basically do is position somewhere here. You can actually expect any sell from anywhere, any moment from now, making sure that your excel covers above this zone a little bit so that you can be in a safe zone, and then just position. You can sell to this zone and then buy continuously like that. That's support and resistance for you. But I want to give another illustration here. Price can do something like this now. Since we're expecting a sell, price can actually sell, come here. One thing for sure, price will always react to a support level. It will not just break. Even if price wants to, I'm just giving you this knowledge for free. Even if price wants to break a support level, it will definitely react off that zone because it's now a key level, right? It's a key level. It's still the same. Key levels are strong zones that price react off. Even if price wants to break the support level, it will definitely react off this zone. So we'll see something like this. Price will come here, come and then break this zone. Wait. Break this zone like this, right? Don't worry, don't worry. I'll carry you guys along. Then you guys can ask question. Now I'm giving an illustration of what you should expect in the market. Normally we will tell you that once price is at the resistance zone, just sell from there. Once it comes to the support level, buy from there. And normal. But the thing is that market cannot continue going like this. Market cannot continue going like this. Market cannot continue going like this. Hello. Okay, okay. Uh, okay. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, my this thing went off. You guys can hear me, Abby? I'm so sorry. I don't know why my this thing is now looking somehow. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I want to move on to my this thing. Please just say one person should just type yes. You can. I can hear you. Okay. All right. So now let's go back to the chat. Right. Normally, this is what support and resistance is, right? We're expecting by price to tap on the resistance zone, sell to the year, buy, sell. But this is not what I'm just. This is giving you real life scenario. This is not what market does always. It does it, yes. Price can respect support and resistance for so long, but definitely at one point price will either break the resistance level or the support level. But it will not just break it like that. Even if price wants to break the resistance level, it is definitely going to react off the level, right? It's definitely going to react off the level. Just they don't just break a key level like that. That's something you should have in the back of your mind. Now I'm just going to give an illustration now to explain. So imagine our price comes to the support level, and then we are giving gives react off as if he wants to continue buying, and then what breaks this zone, right? Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Please, favorite, Ikeja Gini Gini. Please, can you guys see my screen so I will know that you guys are actually hearing me? Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys hear me? We have already explained what a support and a resistance level is. Now I'm just trying to give you different illustration that can happen. And yes, very much you can actually trade very well with support and resistance. In fact, I catch most of my swing trade with support and resistance. I'm not gonna lie. Like I catch most of my swing trades on currency pair with support and resistance. It's like one of the sweetest way to trade. But note that level is going to break. Now, how are you going to find now once you have a determined support and a determined a predetermined support, you already like you analyze support and you analyze resistance. What will you do when price break one level? This is where this illustration is coming from. What will you do when price break one level? I'm just trying to use this illustration to explain what I mean by having a major support and a minor support. All those things are key levels, right? That price will eventually break. So what will you do? Like how, like if I'm trading USDJPY and I've always been buying from my support zone and I've been selling from my resistance zone, what will I do if the level that I already mapped out, okay, this is my support, this is my ceiling, this is my floor, and price and the board decides to pass my ceiling, like blow past my ceiling, what will I do? Or like it just decided to hit my support and break my support level, what will I do? Next, you don't need to panic. Once price break, because price will break one, is that price break your support level or it break your resistance level? There is no panic. What you have to do what we strategize and what make my ancestor not flog you. Which sorry, Emma been don't be angry. Sorry, don't be angry. So back to what I was saying. What will you do when price decide to break one of your predetermined your determined level, right? What will you do if price decides to break your support level, or what will you do if price decides to break your resistance level? It's a simple. This I'm just trying to show you how you can actually catch good trades and not panic when price decides to break any of your levels. What you have to do is just re-strategize, right? If price now we've been trading this support and resistance level for a very long time. Okay, no, let me even start. Let me before this illustration first. There's something I saw here. Before before this resistance level was created, price did something. Price, this was the former resistance level that price was using, right? This was the former resistance level. I'm just trying to bring you guys to understand that you can actually trade full trade with support and resistance. Now, before this resistance level, before this resistance level was broken, this was the former resistance level, right? And this was not the support level. This was the support level. Like we are taking out this um we're taking out everything that happened here. We're taking this everything that happened here, we're taking it out. So let me just give what has happened in the market before. This was formerly our support level, right? And this is formerly our resistance level. And I said, what will you do when price break your resistance level? What did price do? Price broke this level. I'm taking out this side. This is not among. Price broke this level, right? You can see that price came here, respect the resistance level. I tell you that you see once about key level, support resistance level is that even if price wants to break that level, it will not just break that level. It will definitely do what? It will definitely um it's definitely going to um what's that English again? I'm coming, I'm really tired. Like it's definitely going to react of that zone. It is a key level for a reason. Support, resistance, other block, they are key levels, right? Breaker blocks, whatever, they are key levels. Price is definitely going to react of that level. But let me now go back to this illustration. So what can we see here is that we have this resistance level, right? Let's say we have this is our support level. No, don't normally. I think this is the let me see. I think this is the all-time high. Yeah, it's the all-time high. This is the all-time high. This is the all-time high. So we mostly have just support. We have mostly strong support levels. We don't have strong resistance level because they're the all-time high. Price has not created what has happened before. Let's see some. Let me just. I'll come back to the explanation, but like, I just want to break it down. So once I pass that place, I know that okay, I've passed there. Um, Okay, something like this now, we can see that this price is currently not on the all-time high. We can see that price has actually created levels, right? So here now, if you have a support level now or a resistance, no, sorry, for what has happened before, if you have a resistance level now, you know that the resistance level is most likely to be strong because why? Price has continuously react of that zone. Let's say for instance, now this is um, EUR USD, right? Let's say we have this level as our resistance level on this pair. It is not just coming from it's not just coming from what price is doing that it's coming from a long time, like since 20 since 2010 price has been currently it will go, it will come back, tap on the resistance level, it will continue, tap on the resistance level, react of this one. So this is different from we trying to analyze a pair that is on its all-time high, right? On its all-time high we don't have a strong resistance level, so our resistance level, just know that price might definitely break the level. So when you see trades that have like you are currently on the all-time high, there is nothing that price has done before because it is on the highest that it has ever been. Your resistance level is not a very solid, it's still very solid though, like it's still valid but it's not solid. I don't know if you understand that English. It is valid but it's not solid because you don't have data backing up that place to be a very strong zone for your resistance level, but it's still valid but not solid. I don't know if you understand. So now let's say, yeah, this was our first resistance zone because this is where price turned off and started selling from, right? Let's say we map out this as our resistance zone and price react of this zone and then break this zone, right? What the price do? Price broke this zone, got to this high, sold, creating another new price, created a new resistance level here. So there's nothing that's indefinite in trading. What you do is check what has happened before, check what is going on now. Remember, you're not checking what has happened before to confuse your analysis. No, you're just using it to have more data, because every analysis has to be like a storytelling. You should know why price is doing what it's doing, right? That's what I tell people. Tell my student, like, you should know why price is doing what it does. So even if you hit say, you should know the reason why you lose that trade. If you win that trade, you should know the reason why you won that trade. I don't think I have any trade that I lost that I don't know the reason why. I would definitely see the reason. But even if I was angry, like, oh God, I lost this trade. If I check that trade back, I'll see the reason why I lost that trade. So now let me go back to support and resistance. We're not deviating from this subject. So yeah, so this was a resistance level that was broken, and price created a new resistance level, right? Now, this is the overall key support zone. This is the overall key support zone. But price created a new support level. Support level is where price has reacted, where price gets to and continuously react off, right? Price created a new support level using, let me map out this. So as you can see now, I'm going back. I'm trying to make it so that everybody can understand. This was the former resistance zone that was invalidated, right? Invalidated means it broke, right? Immediately price broke this resistance level and created a new resistance level. What did price do? Price already, before it broke this resistance level sef, it already started creating a support level to replace this normal one, right? It already started creating a support level on its own before it broke this. You can see where it started creating this support level. This place here, this zone here, that react of this buy, and then the buy reacted of the resistance zone, came back, tap on it, by looking as if it wants to come until it finally breaks the zone. And then once immediately break the zone and create a new resistance level, what the price do? Price came back to tap on this zone that it is already creating as a support level, right? Tap on the zone, push up, got close to the resistance level, came back, tap on the zone. So this is now a support level. Remember, we still have the support level, right? But we now have a new resistance level. This resistance level has been broken. Do you guys understand so far? Can you understand so far? Do you guys understand so far what I'm trying to explain? Please, now it's not hard to type. I just want to know that I'm carrying you guys along. All right, type. Somebody should just say yes. It's not hard to type yes or no. Let me know that you guys are following or no, you guys are not following. Right, I'm trying to break it down so that even toddler can understand. I'll go back again. I'll go over it again one more time. This was the first resistance level that price created. Remember that I said this is currently on its highest zone. So it's not like we're using data from what has price done before. We're using what is price doing right now. Price created this resistance level. Before it broke this resistance level, it created a new support area which price came back to react off, right? Before creating a new resistance level. So this is a support level and this is our new resistance level. Let me name it so that you don't get confused. Mind you, we still have the support level here. So, for instance, now I'm just trying to give you an illustration of what price might do, right? I'm not saying this is exactly what price is going to do. At the end of the day, we are all speculators. We just try to read story. I think every single person that is a trader take a trade. There's a story behind the trade. That's why you can see I might be buying gold, and PK might be selling gold because he saw what he saw that made him feel like gold, it's to sell gold. And me, I know what I saw. Like, I know the story that have read with my chart to say, okay, this level, this is at this point here, price is going to start buying. So that does not mean that I'm going to end up with loss, or he's going to end up with loss. Guess what? Price can give him, hit his full target, and also hit my own full target, because that's the market is buying and is selling. It might just buy give me full target, tap on the sell zone and sell. Sure, you understand? So that just you understanding how me, I like reading exactly what the market is. So even if I'm not selling, if I'm not buying, I know the reason why market is selling and I know the reason why market is buying. So now let's go back to the story. Let's not deviate from this story. So now from this resistance zone, now we're expecting price to tap on this support level. So now let me just give you illustration of what price might do. Price might open up with a gap, and then we'll see something like this. Still did not clear the resistance zone, and then sold, tap on the support level, do something like this, because it's definitely going to react. It will not just break it. You can see even when he wants to break it here, it you can see even when he wants to break it here, you can see it reacting. Came very close, react. It will react off, but it might just react a very small reaction. That's where you say you hear people use the word. If the price gave me view once profit, it means it's not like their trade was not valid, right? Or their storyline or their the battery that no, but because we're still speculating, right? But they are in a level that price will definitely react off. But it's not like a significant reaction. It might just be a very small reaction. Price will react off that level and then break the level if it wants to break the level, which you don't know. So you just have to stick with your trade management. So let's say price do something like this now, breaks this level and then sell, breaks this level, react of this zone, breaks this level and tap on this zone, right? So obviously now you know that this level that price created now, we can now put this level as a minor. I don't think I have anything like minor support here. You can use this level as your minor support, knowing that this support level, price is coming back to tap on this level, right? So if price breaks this place, the best bet to take your trade, the best bet, or not, I'm not saying you should take your trade, is to actually wait for price to come to this support level and you know come here and start buying from, and then continue your buy. That's just how it is. So if price also break, this is me. I think I've given an illustration where price broke the resistance, created a new resistance, and in the process of creating, before creating a new resistance, I created a new support. So it's the same thing here. If price also breaks this support level, tap on this other support here, this full support level now will be a minor resistance. It will become a minor resistance level. If price come here, it will become a minor resistance level. So because what we're expecting is price to come back here, tap on this one, and do something like it wants to sell. It might even react of the zone once sef. It might even react up to this zone, tap on this one, and then finally break that zone. So once price breaks this key support zone and tap on this one automatically turns to a minor resistance level, right? Where we're expecting price to react off, but not like react in a massive level. Why is minor? Because very close to our support level, right? But we're expecting price to react off. Minus price still react off, still give another person good setup, good trade. Somebody can make so much money from here. Tap on the support zone, then finally break this resistance zone, and then because of this place now has been created as a minor resistance, this automatically this resistance that we have here now will now turn to what we call a major resistance, because a if oh god, I think I'm talking too fast. Let me try slow down. Let me go back it again like a toddler. I've explained how price breaks this resistance level, created a new resistance level, and in the process of creating, before even creating this new resistance level, price was created a new support. This is the normal support, right? Price created a new support. We can call it a minor support zone where price is reacting off, right? And then minor support or majors or key support is still buy. Shey you understand? It's just that we're not expecting a long buy from it. So let's say price now create this new minor support, right? And then tap on this zone, right? Tap on this zone and start selling. Now tap on this resistance zone and start selling. Sorry, tap on the support zone, start buying up. Tap on this resistance zone and start selling. And then price wants to break the support level. Obviously, it's still going to just know for a fact that price will definitely react off a key level. Just have it in mind to make you understand how to read the chart very well. Price is definitely react of a key level. So when you know that when you maybe once you guys start trading and you see like viewers profit, you don't be like it's a viewer profit. You just know that it's just a level that price is just giving you the reaction it wants to react. That does not mean it wants to hold, and you don't know. And in case you want to ask me, how would you know if price wants to break that zone? You don't know. You don't know if price wants to break the zone. You don't know if the reaction is it to continue buying or it wants to break the zone. You don't know. We are only just predicting the market, right? We don't really know. We're just working with what the data that market has given. So once price breaks this zone, finally breaks the zone, what we're expecting is that price will come to tap on this major support. This one's now this because price has break this zone now. This one has automatically gone to a major support. So we're expecting price to come and tap on this major support. So if we assume we were in a buy here and this one fail, the next level that we're waiting for the buy is here, right? And then this key support now will now turn to minor resistance because price where you hear something like support storm resistance, right? Because price has obviously react of this level and now it has broken this level. So now this level now is no longer support because you're not expecting price because price has already broke this level. So now it will now turn to what we call a minor resistance zone. It will not turn to a minor resistance zone. It will only turn to a minor resistance zone because price has breaking it, not before price break it though. Because price has breaking it. So what we take a buy here? We're expecting price to what come here via out of this zone. But mind you, that does not mean that price will definitely react of this zone and come back. Price might just react of this zone like this, like try give us small setup, small sell, and then break this level. This is just price reacting of this minor support, minor resistance level, right? Going straight up to tap. And once we now have a minor resistance level, this our former this one now is gone. Price has already invalidated this zone. This zone is gone. Price has already invalidated this zone, so it's gone, right? Because when price invalidates this zone, it's created a new zone, so we don't need this anymore. Do you understand? It created a new zone, so we don't need this zone anymore. Now, price invalidates this support level and turn it to a minor resistance level where price is going to react off. So, for instance, I want to take a buy. Let's say I want to take price broke this level. Now I want to take a buy, so I position here, right? This should be my first. If I want to do like TP1, if I want to do like TP1, this minor support should be like my TP1 area before the minor support because what I'm expecting price to tap on this zone and react of this zone. So I might decide to secure profit here if I'm urgent need of 2k. But if I'm not in urgent need of 2k, I will just hold, knowing that if price wants to use this as a major zones, major support level, it will definitely break this zone, but it might take a while. It might make you feel like it's coming back to your entry. You might set break even, and then this is a situation where you set break even when price gets to you. You set break even, and price will come and hit your break even, and then start buying. You be like, oh my god, price hit my break even and start buying. It is not because price hit your break even, because you lack the ability to understand the market, like to read what is going on. So, for instance, I think I said for instance too much. All right, because price hit your break even here because you're not seeing the full picture. If you're seeing the full picture now, you know that this support level that was broken has come to a minor support, so you should be expecting some reaction from it, right? If you need an urgent 2k, this should be your target. Even if you target from here to here, that's 1 to 1, right? Which is not a good trade, but it's still something. You can just take your TP1 here. That's if you're a scalper, right? But if you're a swing trader, you will target full TP. But in no account will you set your break even. This kind of setup, you don't set break even because price might just come back to tap on this zone before breaking off this minor support to react to, like it must definitely react to this resistance zone. It will not just break it. For it to break it, it has to be like more. Even if there's massive news, if like make Trump talk, if like let it be war between Iran and Agas and China or with USA or with Canada, let it be massive. Oh, price will definitely respect this zone. It will definitely react of this zone. The difference is that it might react off to hit your break even here, or it might just give small reaction, but it was definitely react of that zone. to give, definitely then it now give small reaction and then continue pushing to the upside. So this, once you can understand this now, knowing when to turn your support, when to turn your support to a minor resistance, or your support to resistance, or knowing when price create a new resistance zone, you would be profitable, I bet you. Because even if you take loss here, you just know how to position. You'll know when it's the right time for you to break even, when it's the right time for you to secure profit if you're in need of urgent 2k, and when it's the right time for you to hold your trade and maximize on your fund. Because at the end of the day, we will teach you all the strategies. At the end of the day, trading is personal journey. You have to be the one to understand what is going on, and you cannot understand what is going on without understanding the chart. You have to understand the reason why price is moving the way it move. You have to understand the levels that price is coming to react of. You have to understand these levels, and one of the key levels in every trade, be it BTC, be it gold, be it currency pair, be it derived pairs, one of the key levels to trading that is very perfect for trading is understanding support and resistance. And right now, I didn't just even just break down what is resistance, what is support. I showed you exactly how support can easily turn to a resistance, and how resistance can break up resistance. In trying to break a resistance, create a new support level. So imagine now, so now you don't have to see that price has created a new resistance level and then you're now waiting for your trade here, because it may never come, and before it will come it might take like 3 months, 6 months, and then you're not making money. You'll be like, how are people saying set, how are people saying setup, how are people saying trades, how did this person catch this trade, how did this person catch trade? They were able to make that amount of money they were able to make because they now understand that, okay, price has created a new resistance level. Obviously, what has, before he created this new resistance level, what has it done? Has it created a new support level? It has what? It created a new support level. And if you check this place should be like another block or something. Yeah, I think it's another block. So what, it created a new support level before it even broke the resistance level to create a new, before it broke this resistance level to create a new resistance level, it created a new support level that you can easily just take a very good 1 to 3 trade, 1 to 4 ratio. Let's see whether we can see another. This is US soil. Okay, like any pair. I don't discriminate on pair. US soil, this US soil. We already map out. This is a key. This one now. You remember USD, wait, let me see whether you guys understand. Do you guys understand USD USD JPY breakdown that we just did on support and resistance, so that I can move to the next pair? Please, if you understand, let me know. And if you have any question, ask me before we move to the next pair. Or if you guys have any other pair that you want us to break down with support and resistance. All right, I'm waiting. Yes, I understand. Okay, no question, right? All right. Do you have any pair that you want us to break down? Any pair at all that you want to? Even gold has support and resistance. I kid you not. Even gold has support and resistance. I map out my support levels. I map out my resistance. In fact, I love trading support and resistance on gold. That's funny. I even love trading support and resistance because I feel like that's the only trade that you have rest of mind. Like if trade gets to my resistance, I sell. If it gets to my support, I buy. That's the only buy. I will have rest of mind that it's definitely going. Like if I take a buy on the support level, I have rest of mind on that trade that is definitely going to go. And if I take a sell on the support level, I have rest of mind on that trade that is definitely going to sell. So support level, you can use it to trade any pair. You can even use it to trade derived pairs, synthetic, all those volatility. You can use support and resistance to trade any pairs you want. People, some all those old school traders, traders have been like 10 years in the game, not Abbey Forest, so like those OGs traders, right, that they are 10 years in the game. They're not like making noise, but they are making good money, but no social media publicity or something like that. If you meet those traders, I kid you not, they trade support and resistance. They don't even want to know what another block is. They don't want to know what a breaker block is. They don't even know what to they don't want to know any point, any type of POI except support and resistance. What they just do is simply this: map out their resistance zone, price break it. They look, they check. Okay, why the price break this zone? Because before price break a zone, it is creating something. Why the price break this zone? Then when you are looking at it, trying to understand it, you see the way I said like a story is that before price break this zone, it started creating a new support level to break that resistance zone. And if he also breaks this resistance zone, it will come and tap on I dey laugh. Like I didn't mean it in a harmful way. I'm just saying like people that really, really trade, right? Somebody said GBP and ZD. Okay. Now for me to break this chart down, what did I do? I always start on a what? I always start on the monthly time frame to understand what price is doing, to understand the trend, and to map out my zones. Very important. And sometimes people just go into support and resistance. Let me just say this before I forget. People go into support and resistance without mapping out their zone. For every levels, yes, there might be a 1 hour time frame support level or a 4 hour time frame support level. Please don't use because of you see a 4 hours time frame support level and then you miss that there is a weekly time frame support. So let me just use resistance as example. Don't use because you are seeing a 4 hours resistance level and then you miss your weekly time frame resistance level, because guess what, price might just you might just be in profit, right, and price will just hit your essay and you don't understand why price hit your essay, because price is either reacting of a monthly time frame resistance level or a monthly time frame support level. So it's very, very important that I learned this one I learned it on my own the hard way. It's very, very important that you map out all your resistance levels so that you know, okay, this is the reason why price is doing like this. Okay, this is the reason why price is doing like that. If not, you might be like, but I'm doing everything right. Why am I still chopping loss? My brother, me, I will not help you. All right, on the monthly time frame, this is our support level. This is our support level, and this is our resistance zone at this level. We also have another. I like mapping out on my zone, so we also have other resistance level here, but price has not gotten to here yet. Mind you, if price break this resistance level and break it, like not just break it with weak or like break it like this, something like this, it will automatically turn to support level, and then this what has price done before, this one will automatically become our new resistance level. You see how I'm making you understand. If price on this is monthly time frame, by the way, but I'm just trying to impute every this thing. If price break this resistance level with full body count coming back to react, here automatically become a support level. And what that, USDJPY, there was nothing that price has done before, right? This is be working with this is because it was on the all-time high. So whatever we're experiencing on USDJPY, we're experiencing it for the first time. We are the highest of the high, right? We're expressing it for the first time. But this one that has what price has done before, always map out your zone, because guess what? You might just don't know the reason why price break the zone and continue buying. You'll be like, price just break this zone, just they buy they go. You don't say buy price they buy they go, because why, there's another resistance level at the top. And then you just be surprised why price gets to one zone and starts selling, and you be like, this market is, why is it not buying, why is it not selling? I'm just saying, assuming you just trade pure support and resistance, right? There are other strategies also have like other type of trade. You also have like how you can understand it by them, but I'm just using support and resistance, right? You be like, price just break this or just come reach this level because they sell. The reason why price reach that level they sell na because there is a resistance level, on the monthly time frame. So if you're trading pairs like this, that price has done something before, always highlight it. Don't worry, let your chart see. Let me show you my chart. I'm currently on USD CHF. Let your chart be scattered. Yes, let your chart be scattered. No problem. Just make sure that if you see your chart, you understand what is going on. So there is no one way to like I need my chart to be very neat and be very clean. Nah, 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 nah. So now let's go back to the monthly time frame. I'm just that one was not necessary, but it's actually necessary because once you go into the business, you understand that these levels are very important and the reason why you might fail, because you have to understand the reason why you might fail so that you can succeed. That's just basically it. So yeah, now let me map out. This is me mapping out. This is a resistance level. This is a resistance level. There's nothing like minor resistance level and key resistance level. The two of them are strong zone. The only time this one will become a major is when price break this one. So far, price has not broken this one yet. This is the major resistance level here that we're working with here. We'll just highlight this zone to know but like you can just highlight it down, or you just so you understand that there's a level that even if price break this zone and start buying, there's a level to get to, and then you're expecting it to sell from, which is this resistance zone, right? Because of what price has done before. But if price have not done it before, price will create a new support before it creates a new resistance. Have it in mind. Now, this is what we are working with on the monthly time frame. This resistance level and this resistance level, it was as a result of, I think it was this FVG on the monthly time frame that brought about this resistance level. So this FVG that brought about this resistance level on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to the weekly time frame to understand more, right? So on the monthly time frame, on the weekly time frame, we can see that this level, this our support level now, might be a very far place for price to come to. So we'll map out a new zone, which is this place that price has continuously react off. So we'll map out our support level to this zone. What actually caused this support level? Is this mitigation that happened here or origin? Or depending on how some people pronounce it, some people call it mitigation, some call it origin. This mitigation that happened here was what caused this new support level. So now we have a new support level and then we have a resistance level here. Let me all right. So we have this resistance level and we have this new support level. You see, as I'm mapping it, I'm refining it. That's just basically what we do on the chart. We just map and tell a story to ourselves to refine it. Trust me, your story will be different from my story. My story will be different from yours. But it's still we're still trying to it's still the same language we're speaking, but just different story. This is a support zone and this is a resistance zone. Right. These are monthly resistance level and this is our weekly support zone. Remember, this side is still very valid. So if price break here, just know that price is coming to this zone to buy from. Now, let's go to the daily time frame now and analyze this trade pair. But on the daily time frame now, we cannot be using that level. Right, let's see what price is doing currently now. Support level is the level that price has reacted off thousands of times, right? We also need to know the reason why price is reacting off this zone. Alright, so we can see this mitigation or origin to some people. And then let's look for the new resistance the price is creating over this daily time frame. That does not mean those our resistance are failed. Oh. No, they're just zones that will once price is getting to that area, we'll know the reason that okay, this is where price failed this zone, this is where price is going to. Is to know okay, why did this zone fail or why did this zone pass? Where is price going to? So you know levels where price is going to. That's just basically why I like trade that have data like what has price done before. So for this level, sorry, permit me 1 minute. I want to go to the weekly time frame to see what actually caused this. You see that I can trace this level straight down to here. I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm just trying to say if price has given, if you have data of the past, don't, in as much as we're looking at what is price saying now, don't forget your past tense, that your past data, because it helps. That's why people do, you hear people say I'm back testing. What is the meaning of back testing? They are checking what has happened before to understand what the market is doing currently now. That's why when you're losing or even when you're winning, they'll tell you, have you back tested, have you gone over your trade? It's the reason why we're going there, to know what price has done before, so we cannot see the data, that we cannot work with the data that it is presenting, right? Okay, what is this data? What is price doing now? Check. It has done something like this before. So obviously this is what it wants to do. So it makes you, like, it gives you that storyline. It does not add to your analysis, right? It doesn't add to your analysis, but it gives you a story behind why you took that sale or why you took that buy. So you just be like, nah, I just enter trade. I just see trade like that enter. No, you have a story because price has actually done something like this in this particular pair. Don't use data of GBP USD to check GBP NZD. You go just the chop said dey go. I'm trying to be fun, that's why I speak pidgin. Don't use data of EUR USD to check gold. Like 5 years unprofitable is waiting for you. So you have to work with, if you're checking data with GBP NZD, make sure you're checking what has GBP done before and knowing how to like follow it. So now we can trace back this new resistance that is created here. I just want to know why. You see why I'm like, why was this resistance created? And I saw it here. This was exactly this, it was this FVG here. This FVG here that created this resistance. When price came back, tap on the FVG zone and then continue selling. This level here was what led to this resistance that we can this resistance level that we can see here. So if you are very opportune to trade pairs that have data, make sure you use that data. Like, it's very, very important to use those data. I will tell you for a fact. Okay, yeah, so this is basically it. What we expect is price to come here, tap on this zone, then we buy, tap on this zone, and then we sell. And when if price fail this zone, we should know that okay, if price fails this zone, we we have what we have the main resistance level here. If price fails this zone, we have a main resistance level here that we're expecting price to tap on. Guess what? Price can also decide to just come fail this zone and not necessarily fail the zone. Price might decide to fail this zone, tap on this place, and then like you'll be like, this price came to tap on very close to this my resistance. Not tap on this resistance now. What price is actually working with this data here? But I'm not trying to show you data that price is going to are working with. But just today's topic is about support and resistance, so I'm not going to this is not the resistance level. This is a data. I'm not going to explain this data furthermore. But price can decide to do something like that. But Back to our support and resistance, we know that if price fails this resistance level, this is the best bet for us to take our sell. Expecting price to tap on this sell on this place and using this failed resistance level as what, a new support zone. So if price definitely failed this resistance level because he has actually reacted of this zone like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if price fails on this zone, we're expecting price to come here, use here as a resistance zone, and then tap on this our minor support and then continue continue buying. And even if price decide to fail this our minor support, what will happen? We have the support level that we're expecting price to come here, tap on here and continue. So it's just knowing the levels and knowing how to change your levels. So that's basically it. So if I'm going to take a trade here, I will just patiently wait for price to get to this zone and sell. And knowing that if price invalidate this zone, I'll patiently wait for it around this resistance area to sell from, or just wait if price invalidate this zone, break it. I might just wait for the new support level that price has created and take it buy from there. So that's just basically knowing how to navigate everything. Now let's try it on gold. Let's try it on gold. Gold is like USDJPY because whatever is happening is just happening right now. Right? Gold has never been 4,000 last year. It has never been 4,000 2 years ago. It has not been never been 4,000 5 years ago. It's just data that we're working with is currently what is happening now. So let me show how support and resistance work in gold. You can see this level. This is a monthly time frame. The monthly time frame now. Let's map out our zone. There's no support level. There's no. Let's go to monthly time frame. We can see, just see the bias. Let's go to weekly time frame because this is good. But currency pair, please start with monthly time frame. Weekly time frame now, we can see that this other block here is actually another block, right? This other block created this new support zone. So we map out, how do we, I don't know if you guys have been taught of that block, so I don't want to derail from my topic. So you map out the full candlestick, right? You map out the full candlestick of that zone, right? Price react off and then price came back to react. So this automatically become a supply zone or a support level. And then if we're looking trying to take a resistance level on this gold, right? This will be our all-time weekly time frame resistance level here, right? But then because it's gold, we'll break it down to daily time frame, 4 hours time frame, 2 hours time frame. I will just be mapping out all the zones, so you can see to yourself. Presently now, gold is like bearish, right? Well, on the monthly time frame, it's still bullish. Well, from the weekly time frame, it's bearish. Now let me just use, I'm trying to use support and resistance to map out gold. Now daily time frame now, in as much as here is our major resistance zone, right? Our weekly time frame resistance zone, not like a weekly time frame resistance zone. Now let's map out all the key areas of resistance, right? If you want to trade support and resistance with gold, this is a resistance level. You map it out. This is on the daily time frame. This is a resistance level on the daily time frame. These zones are, I'm just trying to, I'm not saying you guys should take any trade here. I'm just trying to explain something now. Okay. This is a resistance level on the daily. This is still our support level. This is a new resistance level that we'll be working with. This one is too far, so we'll start with working with this one. Now let's go to 4 hours time frame and understand the chart. For on the 4 hours time frame now, we can see that price has created with a new level. Price has created a new level. How the price creates this new level? Let's see. It was actually another block that created this level, so it's more like a breaker block. more like a breaker block. This was the zone that price created this resistance zone from. You can even trace it. You can even trace it down. You will see. I see. You see level zones. Don't worry. They can just change name. It was actually another block here. Price came, tap on it, and then it didn't actually break this new high. Came and then failed this place, so it became a breaker block, and so on, so forth and so forth, and then it turns to a resistance zone. It turns to a resistance level, right? So what I would basically do is expect. I might just refine the zone, refine the zone to somewhere here. Like, yeah, assuming I want to take a trade on gold, because that one, the stop loss will be like massive. Let's say I refine this here. So currently now you want to even trade gold sell, the stop loss will be massive. You cannot even do 50 pips stop loss. So now, if I'm taking a trade here at the support level, I would make sure it will not be a buy limit trade. But I know that price is going to be out of this zone, right? So I'll just be watching patiently. So you can see that even when price tap on this zone, let me show you what reaction means. It still went though, but it will react. You see, price tap on this zone, but it reacted until it finally bought. Waiting finally bought. So on the 4 hour time frame, this will be like a major zone I'll be expecting to sell from. A major zone I'll be expecting to sell from, and a major support level here. So let's go to the 2 hours time frame to find trade, right? On the 2 hours time frame now, this is also a key level for sell. It's also a key level for sell. 1 hour time frame. Ah, yeah, this is just a key small zone. It's not really like a strong. This is not a strong resistance. So it's not. You cannot compare this to this place that price has react of so many times, right? This is just. We just have just this. We just have just this. But you can also map it out knowing that when price come here, you're expecting price to react off. You're expecting price to like sell, but it may not sell massively. Like it may not sell. It may not sell like full sell to this place, right? But price will definitely react off this zone. So you can just map it out as a place that price will react off, and then you can just target one to two, the price will come here. And if price wants to break this zone, you will see that as it's even going, it is trying to create what we call a new support level. You can see if price definitely break this zone, you see that it is already building up a new support level. It's coming. I want you guys to understand this here. You can see that okay, it bought to this zone, came down, bought again. Like it's building up momentum to create a new support level over this breaker block here. There's a reason why price do everything it does. So if you definitely break this zone, right, it's already created a new support level. So what you just basically do is you normally it's going to react. Definitely, it's definitely going to react, but it is if it's going to give you full, it's going to react, but it may not come. If you're not expecting that okay, price is going to react off and then come to the support level. It may not even sell to the support level. It might just because it's already creating a new support level, it might just buy to this zone, buy to this zone, right? And then come to tap on this support level and break this zone. It is definitely going to react, but for you to understand, so you know when it is necessary for you to hold 1 to 6 or RR, or when it's necessary to hold 1 to 51 RR, when it's necessary for you to do 1 to 2, 1 to 3 and get out of the market. If not, you'll be like, I'll be on massive profit too. Like I was up so much massive profit too, but I lost the trade because you don't understand what price is doing. Price definitely wants to break this level because it's not actually a strong resistance zone, right? But if you definitely want to break it, it's definitely going to react off because it's already a level that price has created. It's definitely going to react off. And for it to break it, it's already creating a new support level that price might just come in, tap on. It may not necessarily break, it may not necessarily break the support level, it might just come in to tap on somewhere here, to tap on just tap. It might just be like just tap on this zone. That's where if you're taking buy from here, you'll be like sniper entry, probably just came tap on it and go. Sure you get, because it's actually going to be like a sniper entry. Price might just come tap on here and then start buying massively to break the zone. And once price breaks this zone, what do you do? This level automatically turns to a support. This level automatically turns to a support, and then you wait for price here at your resistance level. So that's just how to trade support and resistance. Say you want to be like support and you don't have strength for any trend line or all different names, right? You just want to be support and resistance trader. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, most of the pairs I trade support and resistance. Like it's so easy to understand, it's so easy to navigate, and it's so easy to make good money on support and resistance. Not like other pairs. I also trade other blocks and SMC strategy, but presently, especially this year, it has been mostly support and resistance, and I've made up my most money from support and resistance. Let's see GPJPY I took. This is one of the pair I took this week. So let me just break it down for you. So let's say I take this trade. And you see how I highlighted on my zones. I always highlight my zone because I know if price breaks this zone, this is the next place that I'm expecting price to react off. And if price, this is like a very minor place. This is like the most solid place to expect price to react off. But if I just price might just decide to break this zone, not coming here, might just decide to break this zone and do something like this. Though I've already closed this trade, it gave me 1 to 3, then 1 to 4 safe. So I just know that once price breaks this zone, I like mapping it down. I'm not trying to have the neatest chart. I'm trying to always remain profitable, right? So if you decide to have like a neat chart and not map out your zone, good for you. I map out my zone. I don't care. I map out my zone so that I know once price breaks this level, I know that okay, price is coming to this zone, and then I'll just patiently wait for it for here, and then I continue buying. And I also like to map out my resistance zone. You see how I close this trade on sniper entry, because why I see that yes, we have this what we have. Let's start from the monthly time frame to see. Let me break it down well for you. On the monthly time frame now, let's just say we have this overall resistance level, right? Let me change the color so you don't get confusing. But I don't even change color on my chart because I already once I see it, I know what I'm doing. But let me just I don't want to guys get this is resistance level, right? On the monthly time frame. Weekly time frame is still this zone. That zone is the resistance level. Now let's go to the daily time frame. As much as I'm expecting price to get to this zone, right? Which price might definitely get to this zone, but I like to be safe. This week was created before it comes here. So obviously, I know that price is definitely going to try and get close to. If I go to the 1 hour time frame, you understand it very well. You see, you see that this week now, people that trade um sweep another block. This is a very good sell setup for them. They have like I'm not teaching you this one. I'm just people that trade sweep, liquidity sweep, and other block. People that trade liquidity sweep and other block. This is a very nice. This is a nice other block for them, right? If I go to the 2 hours time frame, I'll see it very well. See, this is a very nice order block for them that has liquidity sweep. So I know exactly when to leave the market. This you see this is the candlestick of the this is the 2 hours time frame of the count order block, right? If you go to the 1 hour time frame, it's a bit different. For those people that say okay, because some people there are so many controversies, right? Some people said other block is the last red candle for sale. Some say it's the last candle before the impulsive movement. It's still the same t-shirt. For some people, this is another block, right? I don't even want my trade to get close to the other block before I exit, right? I know that this is a red zone area because this is a zone that price might definitely come back. That does not mean that I'm saying that market is going to sell. Price can decide to do something like this and then finally break the zone to tap here and sell massively. But I don't like to. I already made one to fall. There is no need of me being like just know when to enter the market and know when to exit. In as much as you're mapping out your zones, your resistance and your support. Also know the best zone for you to leave the market and the best zone for